12:30 in the afternoon. Today, I'm flying business class on Emirates' new A350. I'm in Aruba Bay. I have a 7-hour ride across all of Sri Lanka. Got some banana bread and some water, and I'm ready for the trek. Okay, 7 hours later, I look like 7 hours later, I've made it to the airport. So I had some visa problems and check-in took around 30 minutes, but the guy was really nice, and it was my fault because I didn't book a exit ticket from Kenya, but all sorted, quick ticket, all good. After wandering around the airport for maybe 20 minutes trying to find the lounge, I finally found it, and it was time to relax a bit before the flight. Emirates lounges are pretty standard throughout the world, a decent selection of food, fruits, alcohol, and you've got both Western and more traditional types of food. I try not to eat too much in the lounge anyway. In typical Sri Lankan fashion, had a nice rainstorm before the plane pulled up. And here it is, the brand new Emirates A350. You can identify it or by its number or by how it looks. Pretty clear with the little winglets there. It's a beautiful plane. One thing I like to do before I fly if I have time is take a nice quick shower, just to hydrate my skin a little bit. Decided to shower, and now we're at last call. I swear we had more time, and I think they just kind of said last call to hurry me up. But off we go. It is important to note that if you're planning a trip on the A350, there is no first class. Business class is the highest class that you can take. Sorry, I didn't mean to be late.
No, you're not late. I'm going to let you know we've been charged today.
Today I'll be sitting in seat 2K. Look how clean it is. White, clean, fresh. You can just tell. Wonderful setup. One of my favorite things about this plane is that they took out the two center luggage containers, and it just opens it up, and I get a little flight claustrophobia, so to have that open is a game changer for me. It just feels so open and spacious. Here you have the classic Emirates business class setup with the drinks, power outlets, tablet, windows, wireless charging, which I tried and didn't really work for me, but it doesn't bother me. I don't really like it much anyway. Here are the seat controls. I know that some people complain about them and say they can hit them by accident, but I've yet to have anything like that happen, and it's definitely not something to complain about for me. I love air vents on planes. Really helps to have wind blowing in my face. And then two lights. It's a perfect setup. Can't ask for anything more. The tablet, nice, new, updated, clean. Again, I don't really use it too much. I'd rather just use the screen, but it's nice to have, and it's nice that you can disconnect, as I'll show you a little later. The crew came around and brought fresh hot towels, which is always a nice touch. One more look at the seat before we take off. This is how it comes. I know some people don't like those armrests, but for me, wasn't an issue whatsoever. Didn't even think about it. It was time to push back. bathrooms on the A350 are as good as I can ask for. Clean mirror, the typical Emirates Voya cologne for both men and for women. The bathroom was clean, and that's the most important thing. Lots of light. I love the touch of air vent at the top. Nice to get some extra airflow, especially in the bathroom. There's the toilet. Orchid. Always real. And a full body mirror, just in case you need it. Also like that they have the GAT tree, just like they do on the rest of the plane. Look how nice it looks here. This is the social area, or they call it something along those lines. It's got some snacks, some flowers, just looks nice. Here was the menu for today. I was taking the herb-crusted chicken, and again, wasn't particularly hungry, and it's not a long flight, so the menu isn't very extensive, but it was good enough. Here's a view from the back of the cabin. The flight wasn't particularly full today, which made it a little bit easier to film. Here's a little close-up on the food that they had in the back. Nothing that really caught my eye. But again, it's wonderful how much space you feel just because of those top luggage racks not being there. The seat felt spacious. I know there are people that say it's too tight with the armrests, but I didn't remotely have that problem, and I was very comfortable the entire trip. One of the cool features that I wanted to show was the window shades have the GAT tree on it as well, but unlucky for me, the crew had locked the window panes, so I didn't get to see them. Here I am pulling out the tray table, nice wood grain on it, looks nice, looks clean as you'd expect it to, but it's pretty sturdy. Probably looks better with food on it. Definitely looks better with food on it. While it may not look the most appetizing, it's a solid business class meal, though I feel like it's missing something. You're right, the garlic bread. Can't miss out on the garlic bread if you're flying with Emirates Business. Here's the tablet. Nice to be able to pull it out, move it wherever you want. You can see the wireless charging a little bit behind it. Theoretically, it'd be cool to maybe watch a movie or something like this, but as you can tell, I'm watching something in the background. And it's just a nice option to have. After that, I decided to turn the seat into a bed, lie down, and close my eyes for the little bit of the flight that remained. The crew gave me some Swiss chocolates that I've never gotten on an Emirates flight before, so that's always a nice added touch. I like to ask the crew to bring me a cappuccino about 40 minutes before we land, just something to wake up a little bit and try not to forget anything, which I kind of have a habit of doing. After a quick flight, it was time to land in Dubai. I'm not sure if it's common for every A350 flight, but we had a remote gate which met the steps of the bus. Either way, overall I'm very satisfied with this plane. I'm looking forward to flying it on a longer haul route.